confined to localities or regions with business. It is truly global. This company is going to grow in strength over the next 5-10 years and will become another global phenomenon. And I'd just like to say to you and your workforce here, to Nathan, who's down there at the back,
and Joe,
Joe, and the creators of this wonderful enterprise, I hope that you're very happy here in Dublin. I know that the Dublin workforce will rise to the standards and the challenges that you've set, and will be very worthy of being called the European HQ for Airbnb.
Joe, Nate, and I started this company a little over 6 years ago, and it was started just in our living room. We were living one weekend, and I told Taoiseach that we were living in the apartment one weekend, we couldn't afford enough money for rent, and this design conference was coming to San Francisco. We wanted to create a bed and breakfast. We didn't have any beds, but we pulled these air beds out of our closet, we inflated them, and we called it the Air Bed and Breakfast. If you could have told me 5-6 years later I'm standing on stage here, I would have never believed it. But I think it's a really, really amazing story, now with over 600,000 homes all over the world, 34,000 cities.
Well, the purpose of Dublin is really threefold. One is to be a centre for customer service operations, the other is to be our hospitality innovation lab, and last it's to be our crossroads between HQ and all of the rest of international. So we're firing on all three of those cylinders. On the customer service, which I mentioned, we're hiring a lot of people across customer service and trust and safety. On the hospitality, we also have the head of hospitality here, and Clement's job is to ensure that we are helping hosts to be the best hosts they can be, and he's running things like meetups, webinars, training sessions, and so we've got a lot of collaboration with our host community. For the 100 roles, really, we're looking for people who are passionate about travel, so we are a hospitality company. We're looking for people who want to help people, so if you like travel, like helping people, this is the place to come.
Yeah, well, we have a team of about 90 engineers, although we're hiring hopefully many more. We have an infrastructure that we've built over the last 5-6 years, and at the global scale that we are, that introduces a lot of challenges, both because we want to localize the product, and other companies do this by building separate websites. But we're one platform globally, and yet we try to layer on the local features, and we have all that global scale riding on one code base, one set of servers. And so over time, we've had to architect our solution a little differently, break it into services. Needless to say, there's a lot of work to do, as well as a lot of opportunity to diversify the types of features and the value that we add.
How much of your traffic or business is done through mobile?
It's definitely the fastest growing component of our business, and it's a big challenge for us. Mobile engineers are in high demand, and frankly we've actually started to retrain some of our engineers to teach them the mobile skills so we can invest in our iPhone and Android applications. We think that in the future we'll be mobile first, so there'll be some features that only exist on mobile, and we think that mobile can make our service better. So for some companies it's a challenge because there's less real estate, there's less ad space, but since we don't monetize through ads, we monetize by providing really quick connections between people. And when people have mobile in their pocket, they can respond more quickly to messages, they can get the information they need. So we think mobile inherently makes our service better for all of our users.
We have committed, as you know, to double the ICT skills, and we will hit that target and exceed it by 2015. And we're now setting a new target. We believe that we can provide 75% of those ICT skills from people educated here in Ireland. Clearly there's also language requirements, and we're focusing in on delivering those. Some companies require native speakers, but companies like this have a whole range of needs, you know, finance, HR. We have been winning a range of functions, and that really fits with the skill needs we're producing here.
The last 15 years of the internet was really mostly content, going from offline onto online. There was a lot of social media and content. I think the next thing that's happening is online is going back offline. So things that were happening in the real world that weren't really technically sophisticated are being bridged to the online world. So us, Halo, these are businesses that were offline businesses. They were old businesses, 100-year-old businesses, and they're now being kind of completely rethought through the idea of social media and through the idea of connecting people digitally.